Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense, but I try to keep it down under the nitty-gritty under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, it's something very important and not important to liberals, libertarians, people who believe in God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT. Listeners' discretion is advised. That's about 80% of you. If you're an extrovert, you're sensitive, you're stick in the mud, you're an NPC, EDB, that's what they used to say back in the days, emotional douchebags, okay? You should not watch my videos, okay? If you just read my credentials down below, you'll understand why, and how I'm indigo schizo. One of the rarest types of breeds out there. I don't have sins in my... How many people can say that? I don't have sins in my past. Okay, then that makes you really 0% of the world, okay? As a matter of fact, those type of people are about 144,000. That's what's mentioned in the Bible, but I'm not religious, so I believe naturally there are people like Jesus and Elijah Muhammad walking around in the world right now, and also other alien races in human form, okay? I knew this ever since I was a child. Ever since I was 7 years old, ever since I started hearing the voices. And they're not demons either. Though some of them do sound demonic, I don't listen to them. Okay, I got possessed twice though. Okay, so I gotta be careful of who I hang around, because when you're possessed, you can't remember shit. You just do shit. Okay, it's not out of rage or anger. It's just you just do shit that's not making any sense to you. Okay, but anyway, this video is about indigos, INFJs, and how they handle loneliness. Okay. Also, I want to talk about some other low stuff. I want to put two videos in one: Pookies, Ray Rays, and Players. Oh my! And the type of male that is the highest value. Okay, betas, beta alpha, beta traits. Oh my. Okay. All right, both of those things. Okay, but anyway. I want you guys to understand that I meant what's called many times a Sigma. I don't really relate to those things, okay? Even though there's a lot of traits and segments that I believe I'm higher than all that. I am not trying to be arrogant. I'm just trying to say this is how I was. I don't have sins because I was locked away when I was a child. A sin, okay, before I continue on, a sin it's not a mistake, okay? All right? A sin is something you're doing wrong and you keep doing it. That's a sin. Okay? That's a sin if you keep doing it. It's just a sin if you keep doing it. But you don't have sins if you're making a mistake and you have learned from it. Okay. So I just wanted to clarify what a sin is. Now you can read the Bible all you want, but I'm just using on common sense. Your child is not a sinner, and every child that's born in the world is not born in sin. Because if you say that, then you might as well say Jesus was born in sin, so he sacrificed himself, so he was a sinner. So we're not going to talk about that because there's a lot of biases and religious harlots out there, zealots, okay, whatever. I don't care. But in you guys, I will put down in the link what type of personality trait you are. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. All right? Okay, if you really want to know psychologically what type of personality trait you are, you should be interested in what type of person you are. Duh, okay. You can't be too abstract and closed-minded and say, I'm not nobody. I'm not part of that. No, don't say that. Everybody has a certain type of personality. All right? But indigos are a cream of the crop, okay? These type of individuals don't have sins. Okay, now you may take some tests somewhere, but you'll never hear anything what I'm saying compared to what they're saying, because they basically go on their own psychologicals, their own pathology of finding things, okay? How do INFJs handle loneliness? We handle loneliness in multitudes of ways. I handle my loneliness through my voices, inner voices, okay, which are not demons, okay. You may call them demons or dematerialized men in voices, okay, but demons or demons, whatever, interchangeable. Okay, you can call your raison d'etre, you can call it ID, your ID or id, okay, whatever you want to do it. You can call it whatever you want. Me, I'm like in stasis. I usually get a lot of sleep and rest. I have to think. I listen to my Holy Spirit, my holy voices. They have handled all my suffering when I was a child. So when they told me my stepdad would be cut in half, I didn't know what the fuck they was talking about. Anyone who harms me and comes my way and causes problems for me behind the scenes talking, their whole family is wiped out. That's how powerful I am. But that's why I don't socialize. I'm usually on the internet trying to help people. I'm a humanitarian. I'm a being in this human avatar for the time being to give overwatch of humans. Yes, I am an overwatcher. I watch. I'm a watcher. If I can help in some little way, I am a missionary, by the way. You can check out my credentials down below. A lot of men can't be like me. They'll try to be like me. They'll try to be all these things, but they can't. They don't have videos. I help people. I help the poor. If, as a matter of fact, I digress on one thing. When you're wealthy, you know come great power comes, or great wealth comes great responsibility. You got to think about yourself in the secondary life, okay? You got to look at your life as you observe it from a third person perspective. If you got all this wealth and you know someone needs help and you're not benefiting their life or no one else's life, but you give little pennies here and there and you're still super wealthy, you might be reborn, I'm saying hypothetically, as someone who is piss poor. Okay, so you got to think about the afterlife. But anyway, a lot of times when you have Pookies, Ray Rays, and players out there, they have a certain sexual energy they have to attune to. Okay, right? They can't snap out of it. It's a habit forming for them. Most of the time, they were born by single mothers. Okay, lots of people were born by single mother syndrome. Yes, they haven't had alpha fathers in their life, and why they do these things is because of what? Genetics, not social media. Yes, genetics. It's something that they're attuned to since birth. Okay, if you put all these things in front of children, you'll learn through genetics that they're going to be gravitating towards something that's in their genetics. There are people who have strange fetishes because it's in their genetics. There's all sorts of type of genes. And if you say there's no type of genes for this, and then you are mistaken. You are mistaken. I am not black, though I have features of a black person. I have other races inside of me, just like everybody else does. No one's truly black. No one's truly white. No one's truly brown. All right, okay. You might as well start seeing brown people because nobody's really black, technically. They're not, okay? It's just people who take the generalized term. But anyway, it's very hard to find indigos like me. And though I am eccentric on my videos, I am myself. I do not sugarcoat my videos, you know. I do not seek validation, but I do seek only the few elite. So we can do virtual signaling, keeping in touch through the internet and so forth. That's fine because I'm not going to never meet you. We probably never meet. Okay, I've helped countless people. I started the Kevin Samuels. I help people get to do the Passport Brothers. And I recommend you guys don't go overseas. That's too hard. Don't travel overseas looking for used up, ladies of the night. Okay, prostitutes are over there. Yes, and they will lie to you. But I know most of you guys are not into virginity like me and polygyny and doing all the proper steps because that's very hard to find decent relationships. You have to be upfront if you're not beta. If you're beta, you're not going to be upfront of what your needs are. Your standards are very low when it comes to a beautiful woman. And I keep trying to tell what men and everything in between, hey, you got to take a step back. You can't even look until you learn to look from within. Okay, we got that, right? So what is a beta? Okay, any person that's emotional, any person that seeks out their knowledge through social media rather than from within. It starts from within first, people. You have to know how to read and write. You have to know basic mathematics, okay? But you got to understand that mathematics is not the universal language of the law. You got to think outside the box. You can't just say, okay, I can calculate this. No, you can't. Not in purgatory, not in limbo, not in stasis. You can't. There's no mathematical equation for that. The omega sign is infinite amount of knowledge mathematically for things that are unknown. Okay. All right. Please understand, don't limit yourself to what you can calculate through logic. Logic is not always the answer. Mathematics is a basic way to try to understand the universe through math. But of course, I watch Morgue Official, and some of the things he says is inaccurate. But most of the things he says is accurate. Morgue Official, you should check it out. As I said before, I will post the links to what type of person I am. People call me a Sigma, okay? I don't really care about those little terminologies or categories anymore. You want to know what an INFJ is, you look it up. Just check out the link down below. If you want to know what an indigo child or starseed, just go look it up. I have magical abilities. That's another reason why I can't hang with people. My wife is going through hell, okay? Because I can easily just tear her body apart and make her disappear. I'm not going to be responsible for it. Her family don't even know. Her family's in another country. Okay, why would I do anything there? I let the spirits do it. If I told you when I walk up to you, I am a person who is schizo, okay? I'm like Jesus. You should run, okay? You know, I told my ex-wife the same thing. I said, yeah, sure, I believe in Jesus. I'm Jesus, okay? Yeah, I'm Elijah Muhammad, okay? You know, that's not blasphemous. That's truth. I am not them, you know, in the flesh, okay? It's just my personality type is just like theirs, okay? You know, they are just men in their human form, okay? You know, that's all it is. But people get those terminologies mixed up what prophets are and what messiahs are because they're just man-made terms and categories. So check out those links down below. And as a matter of fact, I say this to you all the time, guys. I don't have scripts in front of me. Just have a piece of paper. God is everyone and everything. Okay, we all came from nothing. Okay, I know that's hard to decipher, you guys. We are actually living in a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. It's a figment of your imagination. Now, if you want to live in this Grand Theft Auto world and play a game, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes because it's just fleeting. Human beings used to live over 600 years. That's what they say if you read it, okay? And no one knows if anything is real unless they actually meet it in person, you know, in this matrix, okay? And that's all I really wanted to say about this, guys. Okay, so I told you before, a lot of times most people are social people. They need to have some sort of outlet. They don't have the outlet from within. So when you hear all this news on the internet, okay, about this and this and that, you should ignore it. If you want to go out there and do something about it in your life, you can. But let me say one thing that's real important. Know thyself over everything else. The world revolves around you. So does the world revolve around me. If you come into my world, okay, you're outside my world. And if I come into your world, I am coming into your world. So that is technically correct, okay? It's not being narcissistic or anything. It's just a wordplay, okay? Just like Lord and Savior. These are just powerful men or deities, and that's another subject for another day, like demiurge gods or whatever. Some people have special abilities. You have to be careful. You know, I try to tell people up front, I say, this is who I am, and you can fly with it. Or you can think I'm crazy. I don't care. But read about it, okay? You know, you can take the Myers-Briggs report and understand what your position is. Most people are not the one percenters. I am one of the one percenters, correct? Yes. I took the test and I have gotten INFJ. Yep. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to even try to label myself that way. I'm just going to say I have a lot of traits and all the other traits, little traits, you know, but I don't really socialize. I'm mostly introverted and eccentric. Mostly introverted. Now, if you can say you're mostly introverted and eccentric, the world would be a better place, right? Most people are not those things. Okay, but anyway, that's all I really gotta say. I digress on some things because the next thing I'm gonna talk about, I'll talk about what is a Gen X. Okay, and so I will post it here next time. You know, I have to do my meditation, guys. I'm still doing my meditation on paternity fraud. I did my meditation on Roe versus Wade. I did my meditation on this fucking Freedom of Speech Act, which Elon Musk has taken over. I thought Kanye West was supposed to go the right direction, but he didn't. But the spirit didn't talk to him the correct way, so he got a little confused somewhere. Because I think he was with this group and he was trying to do his own little thing. When you create your own free, you know, freedom of speech platforms, like Donald Trump with truth.com, okay. But other than that, you should create your own platforms, people. Life is about competition, and net neutrality is gone, okay. We're not going to even the playing fields because net neutrality means even in the playing field. You don't want to do that, okay? Whoever got the most money wins, all right? But anyway, I may be wrong about net neutrality. Somebody told me, oh, it's the other way around, okay, you know? But I say, no, net neutrality means to even the playing field. You don't want that. And they said Trump stopped that, and that's a good thing, okay, right? So Trump is a good person, you know. But the problem is that freedom of speech is endangered, and that's exactly why I told you guys, don't talk about Donald Trump. Because if you talk about him, you get from power. Dude, no, he's a shrewd businessman. He's one of those beta alpha males who's basically part of the supremacy race, okay, you know. But he's not a racist, though, okay. You gotta have facts to prove that he's a racist, not because of the words. He didn't say nothing. He hated black people. He didn't even say he hated Mexicans. He just said we gotta build the goddamn wall, and people just start going crazy. Okay? White people are killed more. Unarmed white people are killed more, guys. Y'all know that? These are facts. You do your research. Be like a Candy Stones or Larry Elder or Thomas Sowell or even fucking Malcolm X or Martin Luther King. Do your research, guys. Stop talking so much. And if someone calls you out on it, be honest. If someone calls me out on something, which I wish they would, okay, 'cause I do my research, okay, I wish they would. And I'll be like, yeah, I learned something there. But there's a lot of things I don't know, and there's a lot of things I do know. So, other than that, check out the credentials down below. You know how to join my Patreon. I'm on Facebook. And of course, I love you all, but I hate the many of you. I despise the many of you. I love animals more than humans, but I don't fuck the animals. And guess what I'm going to say? I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. Peace.